rock.
I mean,
we're on it right now.
And then I thought you were wearing pink today. We would have looked like a nice little springtime.
Teal.
Springtime All-Star game.
April in Charleston is what it will look like. But it's awesome to be here for the All-Star game. And so far, Yonder, you can feel the vibe, the good people of Seattle. This is going to be a lot of fun tonight, particularly the home run derby.
Look, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But for me, 31 first-time All-Stars, 31 international players. I think where the game's going right now, see why you think about all these great players, a lot of young guys, but this home run derby, man, this is going to be exciting.
This home run derby going to be lit. It's been a fun week watching the Futures game, watching the draft, the Swingman Classic. It's been a great week, all building up to this day today. The home run derby is probably the most exciting event during All-Star Week, in my opinion. The players are all on the field, had the cameras out. It's a moment that you remember for the rest of your life. So I'm excited to see who's going to show up big here in Seattle tonight.
That's a good point. That's a good point because, you got the HBCU, you got the high school All-American game, you got the Futures game, and it's just pounding up. Now all of a sudden you get that home run derby, that swag, it's like a carnival. The home run derby is a carnival for me. It's just bombs away everywhere. It's fireworks going on out, and then you got the real game. Oh, this is going to be great.
I love the carnival theme because then you think of World's Strongest Man. That's kind of like the home run derby. And see why a lot of love here, obviously, for Julio Rodriguez. We're going to give our official selections a little bit later on, but Julio right out of the gate against Pete Alonso, the two-time champion.
Right out the gate, the seeding threw me all off. To have J-Rod and Pete Alonso in the first round, it's some pressure on them boys right out the gate. It's pressure on a lot of guys. Yeah. Pete Alonso's trying to defend that title. J-Rod's here at the crib, around all of his fan base. Everybody's trying to show up. Mookie's out there trying to go out here, and he's not a loser.
Yeah.
He's underrated on this panel right here, but he's going to kind of come out and try to surprise everybody.
This home run derby is when I look at the type of players they got, when you have the controller and watching TV at home, you don't want to switch it.
Yeah.
That's what it tells me, right? There could be a round where you're like, okay, whatever. This is a home run derby where you're like, whoa.
Hold on. Adolis Garcia, Randy Arozarena.
Come on. Give it to me.
This boy's going to have their hands full tonight.
Be absolutely nuts.
And just a thought on the All-Star game taking place tomorrow night. The American League, CY, they've won 9 straight All-Star games. Overall, it's 47-43 American League, but the AL really has dominated when it comes to the All-Star game.
And I think that's been the way for a long time. You've always assumed that the AL was this superior league, but I'm starting to see a little shift. Once that DH got removed from the National League, you're going to start seeing teams like the old school Phillies were built like an American League team. Yeah. The Atlanta Braves, when you look at their lineup now, they're built like an American League team. So you have more teams building themselves, not worrying about those last 2 or 3 spots in the lineup, and they're building themselves stronger, and they should be able to come back and get that wave back onto the National League side.
I'm also excited to see Dusty Baker.
Yeah.
Right? Second time through, just being here, doing his thing. But, Garrett Cole, he's pitched only once in this All-Stars event. He's got 6 of them, but it'll be nice to see him start, kind of see what he's got.
I got to get to the news of the day. I walk in our trailer here set up, by the way, phenomenal crew with the entire production people, and Yonder Alonso mumbles something about, how about Sean Casey going to the Yankees? I go, what? Sean Casey, our boy, who is as beloved as anybody here at MLB Network, is the new hitting coach of the New York Yankees. So I immediately call him, speakerphone. You're with Yonder, me, and CY. What happened? It's amazing. We're so thrilled for Sean. Here's a story from our friend Joel Sherman. Casey's agreed to a deal, not signed it yet. The deal is for the rest of the year so the New York Yankees can gauge him and Casey can decide whether he likes working in uniform. Casey and Boom are roommates in 1999 with the Reds. Yonder, this guy is about as well-liked as you get in the game. He's got a big personality, contagious, and here's the most important thing. He knows what he's talking about. He can hit. He was a lifetime 300 hitter. Yep. This is a home run for the Yankees.
You know what? I was thinking about this, and I was saying, hey, during the middle of a year, is it good to have a hitting coach, kind of change things? Well, I think, look, for the Yankees, it is. They've really been struggling offensively all year. It's interesting individually how guys see it. See, like if you're having a bad year, you would say, perfect, new scene, new person, new language, just everything about it just seems like it's a positive. But if you're having a good year, you're like, man, why do I want to change my Tylenol and go to an Advil? It's working right now. I don't have a headache. Right. Why do I need to go there? But it just hasn't been that good for the offense there. So I'm really excited about it. Look, on the phone, he was super excited. He's like, I'm ready to go to work and try to change these guys.
Yeah, and I think this is a good time for it. They're right there on the cusp of trying to get that wild card spot. Granted, when you're in New York, that's not acceptable that you're fighting for a wild card spot, but that's where they find themselves right now. So Case, he's going to have his hands full going into this job. The young guys, they'll still be impressionable. You can go in and gain rapport with those guys right away. It's the veteran guys that when he goes into that clubhouse, I think they will show Sean Casey the respect that he deserves. He was a great big league ball player. He's passionate about it. He's a positive voice in that clubhouse. Seeing him work with Judge, Rizzo, LeMahieu, it's going to nice to see. Donaldson is going to nice to see him put his touch on those guys and see if he can earn that trust with that clubhouse.
The mayor, props to Case. We're going to miss you, but I'm sure you're going to thrive with the New York Yankees. All right, let's go over to our friend Lauren Gardner as we set the stage with the managers announcing who will be the starting pitchers for the All-Star game.
And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to beautiful Seattle, Washington for the 93rd annual Midsummer Classic. My name is Lauren Gardner, host of Off Base, and, well, a lot of other shows on MLB Network, and it is an honor and a privilege to be the master of ceremonies for today's press conference. As you can see, all of our players arrived yesterday, 34 of whom are first-time All-Stars, and the game continues to get younger. 16 of those All-Stars are age 24 or younger, including the reigning AL Rookie of the Year, Julio Rodriguez, who's an absolute superstar for the Seattle Mariners. I also have the privilege of introducing tomorrow's starting pitchers. To my right, you may have heard of him having an outstanding season with the surprise Arizona Diamondbacks. I am going to say, though, I did call that before the beginning of the season, that you guys are going to have a great one. As a Rockies fan, that was tough to admit. Zach Gallen, who will be playing under his manager, the National League champion Rob Thompson of the Philadelphia Phillies. And to my left, Cy Young winner with the New York Yankees, Garrett Cole, will be getting the start for the American League under his skipper, Dusty Baker, who is the reigning World Series manager of the Houston Astros. Dusty, without further ado, I will let you take it away and announce your starting lineup. Welcome.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My lineup is Marcus Semien.
Drake, the umpiring crew. Led up with the Cubs. Been in the division a lot.
To do what he wants to do.
Fouled away. Bounced up first. Jen Supermo. And Marte to Walker.
Was definitely exciting.
Lined and caught.
To the second or third inning for sure. And it's not going to happen when you start off like
Majinski. Back pick. Maybe he not only missed the game, right back in there. Christian Walker. Foul ball for Walker. Okay. That'll put Perdomo in motion with 2 outs. And he walks Walker. Runners taking off. I mean, they had huge in the bag there, and now the ball goes into center. Allowed a hit in this inning. There's 2 walks. Still had 2 strikes. Carlos Santana's got it. Inning win of the year. Well, now Davies out. Tall wall in center.
really good to see that power right there.
Massive. Now he missed almost
Runs. Very
from injury. So that leadoff walk really costing Davies. That out in 89 middle and he took care of it. A few windows out there remind us once in a while, but that's about it. Game so far. Considers Seattle his hometown. Pitchers used to hit. He'd be a tough out comparatively. He is still he's just dormant. 3-2 on Marcano. He's already walked 1 this inning. Rolled to Walker.
That might have been my new rally hat.
Playing in front of a lot of family and friends. Well, the Diamondbacks did their homework.
Yeah, no. Booster offense in that home run. Put up
Basically missing the entire season, felt like it.
Whether it be the DH or first bite.
Adds an extra bat. Good play by Marcano, and
No walks. I'll just take that. One of those guys that can get down the line.
since he was called, had a couple in the game on Friday. Diamondbacks traded him to St. Louis.
Yeah, I like right there. You see that quick pitch.
Talking about the game, sharing what you saw. And Kelly just found that out.
Program with you got guys that are coming like that. That's depth right there.
Fine catcher, switch hitter who is
Story was a little different. It's always a unique story to hear. It's a lot of guys that
sent to San Diego. Got Sawinski and Marcano back for him in that department. Why Sawinski in the lead?
staff. Get him as many at bats as possible.
In his last 12 games. Second look at Davies. Gets him looking.
His bread and butter has been just like that. As they
Well, that's a part of, really the microcosm of this point. 20-8, 20 wins since then, because
you're seeing right now this first half.
Reynolds trying to get on.
Pitch to pitch.
The Pirates have used more.
Take this first half and learn from it and get better. This game drive there.
Yeah, nice swing by Reynolds, turning around that fast. Pirates.com/kidsdays to Walker in foul ground.
So it was kind of neat just to watch that. It brought me back.
That's great. That was what took place before the game here today. Game tying home run. I'll mention which. That's how left on left to home. And Thomas has been that guy against the Pirates.
Yeah, it really has.
Ties the game. Looks like this might be one of those more old-fashioned type. Davies has been struggling. Romo slow out of the box. Plenty of time for Marcano.
Team plays.
Time it and get your bat going. Back in action. Walk-off hit yesterday. First round pick back in 19.